can't believe what Virtual Daggerwin has done. He's created a compilation of my introductions from episode number 1 to 40. We're coming up to episode 80 soon. That means there's a part 2 to the compilation. Anyway, let's get on with some work. Hello everybody and welcome back to Survival Challenge. Now I have really been looking forward to recording this episode and I'm going to try my best to do it in the best way possible. I have been trying to figure out how the Beet add-on works because I really don't want to disappoint Weasel. I've actually been pronouncing his name wrong as it turns out. So yeah, I'm going to use the flowchart which Weasel actually created and put onto the Mod Hub page. You can see it on the screen now. Very useful. You can see the different products that are created and what we can do with them. So that is going to be a big help. And yeah, this is all going to originate from this field. We're going to be harvesting this soon. But as you can see, oh, the rain is terrible. But we do have a few things to set up first. Oh, and on the right hand side of the screen, you can see we have the Stockman mod, which is also by Weasel. And it tells us, well, the situation with the animals. Productivity for the pigs could be better and the cleanliness for the pigs is alarmingly low. It's talking about the food which has been spilt. In fact, we need to transfer... Did I ever take that broom back to the new pig farm? I can't remember. My broom is somewhere. Here it is. Right. But anyway, no, seriously, thank you so much to Weasel for producing these fantastic mods and for sharing them with everybody. Oops. Flying on my broom. So yeah, we'll just tidy this up. The nice thing is the broom actually puts the food back into the trough. So it'll probably take a few minutes just to update, but yeah, the cleanliness message will either improve or go away. The productivity, yeah, that needs to be better. Let's just see here. I think the way that would be achieved is really by cleaning them, which is what I've done. So we do need more food, but that is for another day. The corn is going to be harvested and turned into pig food, so as soon as this weather clears up, we're going to be able to do that. But yeah, first things first, where can we place the sugar factory? Okay, so here we have 2 of the placeables. There are also some sell points as well, 3 sell points. But they're also combined with some of the standard sell points like the BGA and the egg sell point. So yeah, first of all, the sugar factory. At this factory, sugar beet is refined into crystallized sugar with beet pulp and molasses as organic byproducts. Sounds good. Refined sugar yields a significantly higher price than raw sugar beet. That's good to know. Beet pulp can be turned into biogas at the BGA. And molasses plus beet pulp can be turned into superfeed pellets. So that's this place. At this production plant, beet pulp is pressed together with molasses into animal feed pellets, aka superfeed. So that is going to be useful, very useful. So we're going to be pretty busy working on this mod. But yeah, as I said, we need to find a place to actually put it because I don't have a huge amount of space. It would fit here, but it's just, yeah, it's far too crammed. So we need to do a bit of modifying. Well, this seems like a fairly good place to have it. That can be our sugar factory. I just need to get a tractor to move those drills out of the way. And I'm also going to attempt to sell... Oh wow, look how much silage we've produced from that diesel production. That's amazing. That can go into the BGA and that can be sold. We could also feed it to cows if we had any. And that is the Stockman mod again. You can see it's giving us some information there, which should update if I just increase the rate of time. There we go, just had to give it a few minutes to update. So it's now saying that the cleanliness of the sheep is low. Need to go and clean the sheep. But yeah, the pigs are now fine. Productivity is 99%, cleanliness is 99%. Water is good, straw could be better, food 9 days, that is great. And then it's splitting the different food requirements, the different food types into percentages, which is very nice to see. And then we have manure and slurry, so a very useful heads-up display, really handy to have. And it was actually not that long ago that I said it would be nice if we could see how many more days the food would last for, completely overlooking that mod. So I am silly. Anyway, there we go. Look at that. The trees. The trees are looking fantastic. Really nice. This field is the food. That is the corn, which is going to actually be turned into pig food. We're not going to give them the corn. We're actually going to convert the corn to food which can fulfill every requirement. So that's going to be very interesting to see. But as I said, that won't be today. We are much too busy. The beet field isn't that big, but it still does take a bit of time to harvest. Now if I do overlook something to do with this mod, then I will fix it for the next episode or the episode afterwards, but I'm going to try my best not to. I always feel so bad when I make a mistake, especially when trying to promote a mod. Okay, there we go. Put that there. So we can now... Oh yes, yeah, this is where I was trying to sell diesel. We'll come back to that later. We can now start to do a bit of terrain editing. So if I put this tool to the largest, and then put the brush strength to the most intense, try and make this fairly level. The issue is this isn't actually a very level area, so it is the best place for us though, because we don't really have any more space at this stage, which is just amazing to think, because yeah, we had so much space at one time. But there we go, that looks so much better. Yeah, we'll do a bit of painting when we've actually got it all set up. There's no point painting first. And chances are it will have its own texturing anyway, so yeah, I don't know the best place to put this, but we've got this whole area, so we'll probably take some trees down. There is going to be some terrain editing. Well, I don't think it matters too much actually if it does sink quite a bit into the ground. It does need lowering. Just level things off a bit. That's good because we have space all the way around. Yeah, it's a bit uneven there. So yes, as you can see, it did have its own concrete, which makes sense. Lovely. Okay. We'll come back to doing the pellet press later. So how shall we do this? What kind of texture shall we go for? I think since that is already concrete or gravel, we should stick with that. We'll make this area quite a bit larger. Give ourselves some space to move. Around the back here we could store some machinery. And then, yeah, just extend that way ever so slightly. Probably would look better actually if I have a 90°. Don't want to spend too much time doing the terrain editing. We can make it look pretty later. But there we go, that is our sugar beet factory. And you can see we have the inputs and the outputs. So we have to put the sugar beet in, and we have to put the lime in, and then we can output molasses, beet pulp and sugar. And the flowchart does explain what you can do with each product. So yeah, the rain has stopped, we can now get going. As I said, we do need to put lime in as well. We'll come back to the lime later. First of all, let's just get a bit of sugar beet harvested. I've been looking forward to this. So yeah, as I've already explained, it is a self-propelled harvester. We've used it before, and it's not bad. It is actually quite good. But it's still not anywhere near as fast as harvesting a cereal crop, for obvious reasons. It's only as wide as the machine itself, the pickup, so or the beet lifter. Yeah, we'll get going, but it should have yielded very well. This is actually 100% fertilised, so that is impressive. When we get a spare moment, we'll also deal with the straw in front of us, but again, I don't think that's going to be today. today's episode is really looking at this Beet add-on. Really want to focus on it. We need to bring a trailer across because this is filling up so quickly. And as for those trees, we are going to put in the other tree type as well. We've so far got the pine trees in, we're going to put the spruce trees in later, but that is going to be for another episode. So we've actually gone from repeating ourselves many times, just doing the same crops over and over again, and now we can really expand and make it much more adventurous. I kind of feel it should be 3 days a week for this series. But I won't replace another series until it feels like we're at a natural ending. And yeah, referring to the introduction here, the compilation of introductions, the intros. I did episode 1 to 40. I think I'll do 41 to 80 when we get to 80. Right, well, we are almost there. 86%. We'll get the bigger trailer. There we go. Put the conveyor belt out. And we're full. 10,000 litres. Yeah, I don't think we need to have a bigger field for the sugar beet. It just yields so well. It's worth putting the effort in. So yeah, the John Deere is going to be the obvious choice here. I think if I put the flatbed trailer around the corner, pop it there, and we'll go and get the other trailer. Oh yeah, and another thing is the silage under the pit, under the cover there. That must be ready. We're going to have quite a few products for the BGA very soon. But I'm thinking the best thing to do here is to produce the food using the pelleter, creating feed pellets. So we won't necessarily harvest the whole field before we start bringing lime in. It would be good to get the process going, because I can't imagine it's instant. It must take a bit of time. But there we go. We have the trailer here. So actually it might even be worth having 2 trailers, because I know from before we were filling them very, very quickly. I do have the Massey Ferguson tractor close, so we'll get that started up. In fact, yes. Empty the manure, and we can use this trailer. We'll just have to pretend that it hasn't been filled with manure. That keeps the greenhouse going as well. Okay, right, well, I'll continue, and I'll see you in a minute. Well, as you can see, we've filled both the trailers and the harvester is almost full once again. So we're going to have to just stop here, empty a trailer, And then I think we'll go and get some lime. We'll buy it in bulk, we're not going to mess around with bags or anything. There we go. So put the conveyor belt out once again. And we'll just tab to this tractor. We'll empty both, but we'll take the John Deere over to the store. And yeah, it is actually really useful having the display saying cleanliness for the sheep could be better and all that stuff, because it's just an incentive to go and do it so that you can remove that text from the screen. Really clever idea. So all we have to do is get the broom, sweep it up, and then that should improve not only the cleanliness but also the productivity. And yeah, I do need to give the pigs more straw. Right, so here we go. The first load of sugar beet. We'll get that put into there. So you can see that is filling up on the input side, and then we just need to get the lime to fill that up, but that's good. It's nice to have a whole building instead of just, you know, some kind of well, like this, just a pit. It's all nicely modelled. I parked this trailer underneath the beet harvester. Not the fastest harvester to unload, so getting it going is the best idea. I feel like we've only just scratched the surface of this field, and we've already got 2 full trailer loads plus a full harvester. That's not bad going at all. And yeah, I've been meaning to do this. If we take a look in here, so starting from the top we have sugar in the shape of sugar cubes, we have beet pulp, we have the feed pellets, and we have molasses. Okay, so let's just really quickly tidy this up. Again, it'll take a bit of time just to update the Stockman mod, but that is clean. They have food, they have water, so we can leave them alone now. But yeah, I think this is stage 1 today, and then stage 2 will be tomorrow, where we get the feed pellet factory underway. Today is all about the sugar factory. Now I think the lime is going to be quite expensive, and as I've said, I don't actually know how much we need. But buying a full trailer is the sensible thing to do, because then we have some for the future. We do have a third trailer, so we don't necessarily have to put it into one of these two. It looks like that trailer is empty over there. So in that case, if I use this tractor, we can go and get it straight away. I think it's for the best. Instead of putting lime in one of our trailers being used for sugar beet transportation. I'll just take the bucket off here. Don't think there's any need to take it. And then we'll get that attached to the back. But yeah, if you are looking for more information about this and what you can actually do with it, I do recommend checking out ModHub. The flowcharts there are really useful, really handy things. It just makes sugar beet such an interesting crop, because before it was just, well, pretty dull really. I mean, it was okay, but it was a very limited crop to work with, and it wasn't even worth that much. You had to do a lot of work, a lot of transportation, to then obviously get the money you wanted. But now, this has changed everything. We have a use for the food. I suppose before it did fulfill one requirement for the pigs, but it didn't It didn't produce feed pellets like it does do now. And you couldn't sell the beet pulp. I really hope we have the money for this though, that's the only thing. Don't really fancy spending £22,000 on lime. Right, there it is. Oh no, it's okay. 163, wow, that is so cheap. When you compare that to buying it in bags, that's unbelievable. So white. White and bright against our red trailer. So yeah, we have now got the updated Stockman. We just need to give the pigs the straw and then we will have a totally clear heads-up display. It actually looks good, I think, having a building over there. Makes it feel more alive. But we will also have the pellet building over there as well. Okay, so that's all tipped. I'm guessing we do put this in the same place. I'll just move this tractor out of the way. You can see we have the pipe on the side of the building. That must be to output the different products. Yep, that seems to be working. Brilliant. So yeah, let's just see how much we actually need. Oh, good. 100% at 4,000 litres. So this can now stay as our lime trailer. I'm not sure you'd want to keep lime in a trailer long term, but yeah, we'll just keep it here for now. Oh look, the process has started. So yeah, we'll have molasses, we'll have beet pulp and sugar. That's molasses. Not sure about that one yet, it's just an empty pallet, but yeah, we'll soon find out. But I would imagine that would be the sugar, and then the beet pulp comes out of there. That's what we'll find out. I love exploring mods for the first time, and although it might frustrate a few people that I don't really look into, or I don't watch other videos of how things are done properly, I prefer to figure it out for myself, along with the original author's how-to guide. I think it makes for a more entertaining video, even though there is sometimes a bit of struggling involved. Right, okay, so yeah, that process is now underway. We just have to leave it, but we will get some more sugar beet harvested today. And then once we have the beet pulp and the molasses, we'll be able to produce the pellets. I think I'll fill both the trailers up again, which might almost finish the field. It's going to be pretty close. And then it'll make me think, oh well, there's no point leaving that small amount. We'll just do the whole lot. And we probably will do the whole lot, unless of course we run out of storage space over at the factory. There is a limit to how much you can fill it. And since we're getting so much beet out of the field, we may well hit that limit. So we will keep going until we have to stop, or until the field is finished. That's the best way. Now as for the following crop, the one which is going to go into this field, I'm not 100% sure on it. It obviously won't be sugar beet. I always like to do a crop rotation. It will probably be corn, because we've got the corn over there. And then another field is going to be the beet. And also we have the biodiesel. I do need to look at that again. But yeah, I don't know if that's going to be today. We've got the straw to do. So much stuff. Anyway, already almost 40% full. We're almost full again. Just need to empty into the trailer. I think I'll leave it emptying whilst I do the straw. Well, one bale of the straw. It will be a few bales that are required, I would imagine. Well, it is. It's loads. The pigs always require so much of everything. They need so much food. Right, okay, let's just tab through. It's amazing how heavy it is as well. I guess because you've not just got the bale, you've got the weight of the bale shredder all the way out the front. Get that shredding. Try not to cover the pigs this time. And yeah, you can see it is 35% full so far. So that's going to take quite a bit. What I need to do is try and do a bit every episode instead of doing loads and loads at the same time. The beet harvester is probably finished. Yeah, oh, the trailer's almost full. So we'll just finish this stretch here. And then we can take it all over to the factory. Helps if you lower it. There we go. But I think that will be enough to be getting on with. Then we've got a small piece here. I think it's better to leave it in the ground than it is to harvest it and stack it up somewhere, because you've got to then move it. I prefer just to tip it. But we should have this whole field cleared by the end of the next episode. And we should have produced some pellets. And maybe sold some biodiesel. Ah, how annoying. There's always that one bit that you miss. Well, you might not, but I do. There we go. Okay, so it's another 20%, it's 2,000 litres. Should just about fit into here, I would hope. It's pushing it. Yeah, so with the straw we'll come back to it. We'll do maybe a bale every episode, maybe 2 bales every episode. You can see the notification has gone, so I can't remember what it triggers at. It's probably like 40%. That would make sense. But yeah, that is 95% of a trailer. The other trailer is full. Let's get them tipped. Oh, I can see the sugar. The sugar on the pallet. Yep, premium sugar. Unbeatable quality. Oh, I love it, that's great. And locally produced, very, very locally. Organically grown. Nice. Very nice. So that's going to keep stacking up. That'll keep filling. And yeah, beet pulp, which I keep saying is this. I'm guessing it is that. I can't see any other way of it being dispensed, so that would make sense. We'll take this back and we'll get the other one. And clearly, yeah, it takes time. It takes time to refine the sugar. We'll pop that there, and we'll jump into the Massey Ferguson. Another 14,500 litres, and we'll take a look and see how full it actually is. Must be getting pretty close to the top with the raw sugar beet. But I'm absolutely loving this mod. Love the idea of it. It all functions correctly. It's great. Really well made. So, yeah, how full is that? 70% so far. So, yeah, we probably would have been able to get the whole field in. Looking at it, but it leaves a bit for next time. So there we go. Another huge thank you to Weasel. Thank you so much for producing this quality. The Stockman mod, the used machinery mod, it's great. It really has enhanced the game, made it so much better. It is, well, a game changer, you might say. Okay, there we go. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.